I'm fighting the sun, so not fighting it either because I love the sun, but so that the lighting is a little better. Um, um, I had to change positions a little bit, but we're still reading in Three Magic Words today. But we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to back up to chapter 9 and read about success. I was led to read there today. So, chapter 9 is about success, money, a medium of exchange. Success is a constant vision in the mind of modern man who envisions it always as a pinnacle of wealth where he sees himself surrounded by large homes, motor cars, yachts, servants, trips abroad, and plenty of time to enjoy himself. What obtains these things? Asks modern man, and he answers quickly, money. So off he sets with his battle cry ringing, make money. It is little wonder that from this absurdly false premise, he scarcely is able to obtain enough money to pay his bills. The only people who make money are those employed in the various governmental minting houses. The rest of us earn it. We earn it by providing our fellow beings with services or products which are both needful and useful. Our fellows make a like effort in our behalf. We exchange goods and services. Since it would be extremely difficult for a man to carry a steer to Detroit to exchange for an automobile, money has been devised to represent both of them. We go through our days exchanging our services for the services of our fellows, and the exchange of money represents nothing more than the exchange of services. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is a result of success. And success is always the fulfillment of the individual in productive effort that betters the welfare of mankind. Modern man has got the cart before the horse. He sets out to make money when in truth he should set out to be of service. Create, build, serve. Those are the commands of nature. Follow them, and you will find there is no limit to the prosperity and the abundance of the universe. He who sets out to simply make money sets out to accumulate money. Since acquisitiveness provides no noticeable service to mankind, our incipient money maker has defeated himself at the start. This is not to say that he may not, for some period of time, actually accumulate a certain amount of money, but he is certain not to be surrounded indefinitely with prosperity, for his premise is not to give, but to get. And the law of mutual exchange will catch him sooner or later and exact the utmost farthering of his getting. Money has become a controversial subject. The possession or lack of it determines the size in revolutions, in wars that set one country on another. In an age where the miracle of man's existence has been rudely shunted out of mind by reverence for material possessions, man has replaced hope and love and peace of mind with despair and hate and confusion by switching his worship from God to dollars. Money has become an end in itself, and any means of accumulating wealth becomes justified because of that end. Bleak indeed is the prospect of the man who reaches the highest pinnacle of wealth and sees its futility. He cannot buy peace of mind, nor stay his body from aging, nor stop death. He comes at last to wrestling with his soul, if indeed his years of ignoring that soul have not withered it away. Ooh-wee. That's the law of attrition. Anything left to itself will die, will get worse, will perish. Myths of materialism. Abundance and prosperity are true spiritual conditions and desirable and just for all men. But the pursuit of money and money itself is both senseless and degrading to the spirit, for it ignores the destiny of man. Our modern social structure of almost interdependence causes each of us to lean heavily on his daily supplies of money to provide food and shelter and the comforts of life, things that most of us are not equipped to attain in any other fashion than through the use of money. Money becomes our staff of life. Our security rests upon it, and we overlook the eternal truth that security always lies within. In America, we have forced it up, succeeding generations of children, the myth of the go-getter and the legend of the millionaire. And we have done each generation a great disservice. The myth of the go-getter is rooted in the philosophy of dog eat dog and survival of the fittest. And millionaires are all too often the product of an acquisitive society. The go-getter is a result of materialism, which believes there is a limited supply and not enough to go around, and each man has to provide for himself by taking from others. The millionaire is the product of the same materialism that attempts to create security through possessions. Each of these phenomena of our modern age defeats itself. A man whose premise for success is founded on taking away is inevitably visiting upon himself the same kind of treatment. A man whose security is founded on material possessions is doomed to see his security corrode and rust and wither away, leaving him with nothing but confusion. Spake Jesus, lay up treasures upon earth. Lay not up treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where leaves and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Let money measure your service. Let your thoughts always be on the further service you can be to your fellows, and you will find their gratitude coming back to you in the form of money. Perhaps not from the person who you serve, but return it will, for it is the law. Take your satisfactions from service. Constantly seek to expand and improve it. Take no thought for the money, which is always the result of service. And you will find yourself involved in an abundance that is unshakable, for it comes from the roots of your soul. When we stop being so concerned about what we'll get from the exchange and focus on how we are to use the exchange to pour into others and to give back, we are guaranteed a return because it's the law. We may not get it right then or from that person, but it's guaranteed that it's returning to you. And that you should be able to rest on. That you should be able to take confidence in and act from. Prosperity is founded on the law of mutual exchange. So is poverty. Whatever ye would that man should do to you, do you even so unto them, said Jesus. For he saw the great exchange of all life, and he knew that one who contributed to impoverishment must be impoverished in turn, and one who contributed to prosperity must prosper himself. So it is that what you give, you must get. What you sell, you must buy. What you think, you must see. And all things return home once again. What you sell, you must buy. That just stuck out to me right there. You know why? Because, when you're a business owner and you sell things, a lot of times we grapple with how much to price things at. And a lot of that is because we don't see the value, don't know how to quantify the value or measure the value of what we're providing to people. And the other reason why we sometimes have problems with grappling with what was I talking about? I just messed that up. Oh, the other reason why we have grappling with pricing our services or our products is because you won't pay for what you're asking for someone else to pay you. So when you do it, for instance, take investing in your own personal development. Once you do it for yourself, then you'll see, oh, people do this, and you won't have a problem charging for your product or your service because you know that you paid for it. And so if you would pay for it, someone else too would too. So if you're having a problem with pricing your goods or your services or figuring out what to price it, what would you price? What would you pay? And if you're not willing to pay for something or what you're selling, you're probably not going to see any purchases until you clear that within yourself. So that's a sign of what to work on. So that's always beautiful to know. And hey, Britt, love you, sissy. Okay, I gotta go. Gotta take the little one to basketball practice. So I just wanted to come and give my daily mental investment for myself. And while I'm getting it for me, I'm sharing it with y'all. So love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.